privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby. I know you love your...
Hey guys, it's Courtney
and Lex,
and you're listening to another episode of The Pleasure Is All Yours. If it's your first time listening to us, we are a podcast all about the sexual liberation of the Black and queer community. We are here to laugh, to learn, and to educate ourselves and you about how the pleasure really is.
All yours.
It's all yours, baby boo. What's up, Beach?
Oh, you know, another a day, bitch.
Yeah, and it's Monday today.
It is Monday today. I've actually been really off track with the time, but I think it's just because I played hooky from work a little today.
So you didn't just like work from home, you like called out today?
Yeah, I didn't go. And partially because Red with the issue she's been having. So I wanted to also she was just freaking out the other night. And I was like, bitch, I just got a raise.
Yeah, you just got a little promo.
I just got a raise. So I was like, oh, it'll be all right. I'll hang out here with you today and also clean up the house and do laundry and all of that, So
sounds like a relaxing
it's
day.
been a very chill day. I haven't been very high today.
Wonderful. Because I think that if you wait until the end of the day, it feels good too. You're like maybe we'll sit outside because it's so nice, and just be
it's been so nice in Texas this weekend.
Yes.
This past weekend,
Yes.
it just felt so nice. I went on a lot of walks this weekend.
Yeah, same.
I think this is the prime time that I'm jealous of dog people.
Because they are forcibly...
They're just forcibly outside, just admiring the elements,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I noticed the leaves changing and just how nice it felt. I had to wear a fucking sweater.
Oh, I saw you bitching that turtleneck. I said immediately. She pulled that out immediately.
Because,
big black turtleneck.
I only put it on because I was like, oh, it says 57 degrees outside.
In the morning it was actually very cold.
Oh, bitch, I need a fucking sweater. And I was wearing shorts. So I feel like the turtleneck made up for it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It is that kind of weather that when you step outside, you're just like, oh my God, it feels heavenly. You have to comment on it every time you step outside. That's how good it feels.
Exactly.
So we're blessed to have this week, and it's supposed to stay like this through the weekend.
Yeah. I think a low for Friday, I think, was 49 degrees.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's
Texas
starting, babe.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Quick with it, baby. Quick to get hot, quick to get cold.
But, global warming.
Mm-hmm.
Always have to bring that full circle, you guys.
I blame it on Big Pharma.
But that's so, yes. I just wasn't expecting you to go there today. I don't know why.
When do I not go there, truly?
So... As you guys know, if you do tune in, we have a pleasure moment every week where we just kind of discuss some good parts of our week. And in the midst of a shitty existence sometimes, that there's always room to find pleasure in your everyday activities.
Very true.
Lex, what did you do this week that was your pleasure moment?
I went to the Ramble Room. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah, the Ramble Room.
Ramble Room in Uptown. And me and my coworker, one of my coworkers also got a promotion.
Wow.
We were both in the same training class, and it's been less than 6 months since we've been there. I would just like to say that.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. And so me and her both went out. She texted me the night before and was like, should we brunch to celebrate? I was like, yeah.
100%.
And so we literally went to Ramble Room. I made us a reservation, and we sat on the patio because, again, it was so nice outside. And we had this ricotta salmon with this house-made bread. I was telling Courtney about that fucking bread. Toasted olive oil with some herbs. And when the top of bread is golden brown, but a little darker than golden brown.
Yes.
That's the color it was.
Yes.
It was so good. And then, you just mix the salmon and the ricotta. That shit was so good. The second we bit into that, I was like, oh, this food is about to taste amazing.
Well, I've been trying to think of my pleasure moment. But I'm actually just going to say that it was me doing my little crafts. It was me doing my little crafts. I think it was Thursday night. I just came home and my roommate has been gone. in Miami Beach.
We out here in Miami.
I have been just sitting at my dining room table with my little various TV shows and music on, podcasts, and I've just been working. I originally was making a bunch of stuff for my mom because her birthday was on Saturday, another Libra. But they weren't good enough. So
Because she would have looked at that and been like, thanks.
It's not even that. I just, because like I feel the same about like some of the stuff I made for you and some of the stuff I made for Diamond. Like I don't want to like let go of it yet because I feel like I could do better. But I'm almost done with her stuff. So I made her. I guess I don't want to put it on air in case she'd be lurking. Who knows? But hopefully she's not. But yeah, that's what I did. That was my pleasure moment. I worked for like 6 hours. It was a long time. Yeah. And I was just painting layers and layers and layers of stuff.
I do love that for you, bitch. I'm telling you. I feel like one thing that I definitely should get you for like Christmas or your birthday is like arts and crafts set of things to add to the things you already have.
Yeah.
Just to elevate your arts and crafts time.
No, yeah, I would love that. I think I need that for myself for sure.
I love it.
I support the arts. Okay.
You are the art. You are the visual.
Wow.
Like, come on.
Stop, guys. I'm a multi-hyphenate. A podcaster, a musician, and now a crafter, a clay artist.
Don't forget a technical producer.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes. So the next thing we usually do is a fun fact. We haven't had fun facts lately. I was really thinking about finding one, but I just stopped thinking about it. And so now we don't have
Sometimes that's
one.
like the most stressful part of the episode.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I know for me at least, I'll do the whole outline.
100%.
And then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to come back to the fun fact,
100%.
blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the outline, I'm like, oh, this is so fucking good. And then I lock my phone and forget about it.
Basically, like sometimes I'll finish the outline and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, you know what, honestly, this is it's already a long outline. Let's just keep it moving because a lot of times our catch-ups are a little longer or our pleasure moment might be a little longer. So, I'm gonna keep it moving. We don't need a fun fact this week. I mean, it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Fuck that guy. Fuck colonization. Fuck what's going on over there in Palestine.
I bet you had a tiny pee-pee.
Yeah.
Like weird looking.
All of you colonizers. Fuck the Asians that are infiltrating Africa. Fuck all of y'all, okay? Yeah. Like, I don't have anything else to say because I'm just not educated enough. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you I don't like what I see.
All those things that we don't like, fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. End of story. That's the fun fact. So, as you know, October is National Kink Month.
Yeah.
Yes, snap, snap, clap, clap, clap. And last week, Lex talked about the misconceptions that vanilla-flavored folks may have about those who make kink their lifestyle. And she kind of cleared the air on some of those, so that was great. Yes. I wanted to continue on with our little segment on kinks. And I wanted to discuss a kink that even the most mild of couples might want to try during spooky season.
I want to pause and say, Court, your skin looks so good. Okay, didn't see.
They're everywhere. It's just funny because I'm breaking. It's all coming back. Remember when I was breaking out this time last year? It like instantly came back. So I'm taking my meds now. Ooh, I gotta take those. I literally take my meds again.
Your skin looks so nice, and then you're like, wait, hold on,
because they're all over. But it does look a lot better than it did on like Friday. Because Friday, I mean, it was like, ugh. Y'all pause real quick. Because now you don't even know what we're talking about still because I haven't mentioned it, so it doesn't matter.
So just unbuckle your seatbelt because we haven't started yet. We're not even leaving the driveway yet. Yeah, so calm down. The car is running now.
Chill,
so be ready.
Chill. I have been having these like little tiny like white bumps, and they're not whiteheads. Yeah, they're not whiteheads, and they're not like pustules or whatever they're called. Like I've seen a lot of explanations for them on TikTok, but none of them are what I have because the way to get rid of them only makes mine worse. Okay. So like they say the way to get rid of the whiteheads is to exfoliate, but when I exfoliate, the second I get out of the shower, you can see them and they're worse. Yeah. And then some said to like oil cleanse and like rub your face with like an oil cleanser and like just get in there for a minute and then it should like bring all that stuff out. Only made mine more oily and worse. Yeah. So like the only thing that's working for me is like topical active ingredients like salicylic acid, glycolic acid, and like that stuff. Or I think I'm taking like a steroid. I'm taking spironolactone now, but I don't know what it is, but it's driving me like insane. Like it makes it so weird to talk to people because I don't know really when they're on my face until I like look at my face. I could have gotten out the shower and like gone 3 hours looking like this, and then I'll like walk past the computer at work and I'll be like, oh my God, like I look like I have a disease. Like what the fuck? It is the most frustrating like insecure feeling ass shit. So I'm taking like double my meds because I need this gone for my birthday. I can't have this for my birthday month.
I feel
or
that.
Even your birthday month. This is honestly too much.
I feel that. Red will sit and pick at my face, and she's like, you have so many whiteheads on your face, and it's mostly been on my left side.
Really?
And like right here, I have these big pimples. One of them is scarring because, sometimes you pick at them before they're supposed to. So like I always get them like right in where I put my contour. That's usually where I get them really bad on both sides. But specifically on my left side, like I will wake up sometimes and I'm like, what is going on over here? We having 3 of these little pimple patches on my face because out of nowhere. And like once I pop them, they go away and my skin heals really well. Like I feel like my skin heals really well from like any kind of pimples or whiteheads, anything like that. But it has been like ridiculous, and I have to stop. Like I have to stop myself from picking at my face or even just like scratching my face, because why the fuck do I do that? Who fucking knows? But I don't know what it is.
I heard that as we, reach more towards 30, that like our hormones do like a really big shift, you know, especially like based on like our environments, like what we're eating, what we're putting on our skin, what we're putting in our hair, what we're putting in our, like the kind of makeup that we're using, all that stuff. They have like a lot of hormone disruptors, and that can cause like adult acne and like PCOS and like just hormone imbalances. I really want to get like when I start making the money that I will be making, I want to invest more in like my skincare and like holistic remedies for a lot of things, so I don't have to take like antibiotics all the time. Like I talked about like the BV and the yeast, even though I haven't had those issues in a while, but like stuff like that. I just want to like spend more on like wellness. Does that make sense?
That everyone's talking about that snail mucus.
I have some snail mucin.
Yeah,
it worked.
Mucin, not mucus. I don't know why I thought it was
because it looks like mucus and it has the consistency of mucus.
I thought it was mucus this whole time.
It kind of is mucin. I'm sure that's where they get the word from.
It comes from a snail, right?
Yeah,
gotta be mucus.
Yeah, I mean it was really working for like making my skin glow and like be very hydrated. But since this new issue kind of started, it doesn't help it but doesn't hurt it. So I've just been trying to take away, because one thing that like my friend had suggested, she was like, well, maybe you're just using too many things to combat the problem and your skin is just freaking out. So I'm trying to like just step away from all of that. But you can borrow it if you want to try it for a few weeks. I liked it.
Boom.
Okay. Anyway, back to our pleasure fucking principle. Like,
Sorry,
why are
guys.
y'all here today?
Sorry, guys. We did say pause though.
We did, but now it's buckle up those seatbelts because we're taking off. We're getting on the highway, you guys.
I-10 by 10.
Okay. So this week we'll be discussing role play because obviously Halloween is coming up.
Yes.
We're talking about kinks, and we're talking about ways that you can bring a little kinkiness into your own lifestyle, no matter what level of freaky nasty that you think you are. Okay. So whether it's politicians, superheroes, or horror icons, I'm going to show you today how to plan and prep for your fantasy evening.
Courtney's the expert on this.
Yes, I try to be. How not to make it awkward. That's a big one. And provide inspiration for your next role play adventure. So I'm going to give you guys some suggestions on how to make it happen, babe. Like, you should be able to gather your supplies up for these in the next 2 weeks and do it before spooky season is technically over.
Yeah. Get that kink shit out, girl.
So obviously role play is just acting as someone of you or your partner's fantasies in order to spice up a sexual encounter. There's a lot of reasons that people might want to try out role play. One is because monogamous sex can get boring. It can get boring.
Have you heard about the lesbian bed death?
Oh,
awful God. Stuff. Go on TikTok and learn that right now. But go ahead.
Biggest fear. Wow. Sex can get boring no matter how long y'all have been together, no matter how monogamous or not monogamous. Sex with the same person can just get a little monotonous because you learn each other's bodies. You're around each other all the time. Sometimes you're just really just trying to get that O, so you know exactly what to do to get that O, and then you're pretty much done. It could just get like that. So even a new hairstyle can ignite like a newfound passion during your sexual encounters with a monogamous partner. So of course, role play would spice that up a little bit, make it feel like you're fucking somebody else. A release of self is also a big reason. So like people that have insecurities, issues within their relationship, or just like we always say, living in a capitalistic society.
And you just want to stop being an actual person for a little while. You want to be Dr. Feelgood? You can be Dr. Feelgood.
Exactly.
No PhD needed, babe.
Nah. It's PhD. I'm about to check your pH, babe.
With my mouth, obviously.
Obviously. You can embody the character that you're playing. So they don't have to have the same limits, the same preferences, or even the same weaknesses that you do in your everyday, like, vanilla life. Another reason would be bonding, because it creates an opportunity for intimacy. You're trying something new, you're trying something really fun. It opens the door for new ways of communicating, and it also brings in a lot of laughter and like lightheartedness, because obviously y'all are pretending. So it's like you're playing a big ass game of play pretend, you know? I wanted to add some stats in, like you always do.
Stats are so fun.
They are. I don't have a whole lot, but I just have like 2. Skins, our fave,
Okay, yes.
conducted a survey back in 2015 on millennials and their role-playing habits. And so based on this, they found that the most popular scene for role play among couples is the strangers dynamic.
Everybody loves that.
Of course, because you want to fuck somebody new. You're sick of fucking this nigga. So
Yeah.
why don't I pretend I don't know you, so it's better to fuck you.
Definitely want to fuck. Like, I don't know. I feel like it also gets that urge of like, you know, sometimes bitch, you want to be reckless and be like, oh, I'm about to go find some random person in the club and fuck on them real quick. But anxiety.
Yeah, sexual transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
Things just stop you, you know?
Yeah.
So that's around 20% of surveyors saying that this was their favorite type of role playing, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
And then for men, this is for men. Strippers at 15% and schoolgirls at 13% were the most popular characters that men wanted their partners to portray.
Of course, they want you to be a schoolgirl.
Like,
because they're fucking weird.
like,
if you don't say a college school person, I'm gonna look at you weird.
Let me tell you, I've played the college professor TA role play. That's how I did it. I'm a teacher's assistant.
Okay.
Where in college I'm 19, not 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes it a little less awkward.
Strangely, I'm still wearing a schoolgirl skirt though.
Yeah, maybe that's your school uniform.
Like in college?
Yeah, you know they have like those. Don't they have like charter?
In college?
Bitch, I don't know. That's what I see on the TV and shit in movies.
In
and shit.
boarding schools for high school.
Hey, listen.
College.
Listen. You never know.
Maybe in the 40s.
Okay, so still a right answer.
Okay.
So still correct. That's all I mean.
Okay, moving on then. Clearly, we don't support the teacher schoolgirl dynamic. I have a lot of teacher friends, and it's a sore subject. Nobody wants to talk about it.
I would have to stab them if I ever heard.
Ew, I didn't mean like that. I meant
I'm
like,
just saying I would have to stab them. But I know what you mean.
I've asked them like, oh, have you guys like played teacher schoolgirl with your partners before? And they're all each time like both of them were like, that's literally disgusting. I literally want to throw up. Why would you even bring that up to me right now? It's crazy.
Hey, I'm just asking if you a freako.
Basically,
you telling me no.
Because
okay.
you know what I've done, and I'm the perfect segue. Because I'm gonna use my favorite example of nurse and patient as the role play example that I'm going to use to show you how to plan and prep and like do all that stuff. So it'll just be one long running example. But I worked in healthcare for 6 years. So I love to role play as a nurse and patient because one, I had a stethoscope. I had a blood pressure monitor already. I had a hospital gown. I just went to work and I stole a box of latex gloves, you know?
Just to complete the look.
Like, so I had the stuff. Sometimes you have to just think about what you already have and then work around that. I just got lucky because I work at a sex store and in healthcare. So I was able to grab that nurse's uniform from the store.
Yep.
And then I would go to work the next day and get all the
them
popsicle
gloves.
sticks
There you go.
and everything
Boom.
else. Okay. So if you are interested in creating a role play fantasy kind of night for you and your partner, the first thing you want to do is you want to plan and you want to prep. So in order to have the most fun and the least amount of awkward moments, it's good to have an idea of how you want the scene to flow and have plenty of usable props that make it feel real. So what do you want the scene to feel like is like the first question that I would ask. You know, I am a thespian, so it's really about dissecting the character that you want to be. What's their backstory, you know? What were they doing before the moment that you're with your partner or whatever role that they're playing?
How old are they?
Yeah, like how literally the basics, okay? And all of this determines the type of props that you'll have. So like once you decide what you want the dynamic to be. So in this example, we'll still use the nurse and the patient. And then you want to look at what mood to walk in with. So if you want the night to be sexy and sultry or like a power dynamic, kinky vibe or like a comical, like funny, lighthearted, like let's just do something fun, you know, vibe.
Yeah.
Like have all that ready because all that's going to require different versions of you and different versions of the script. So when I had this, I'm going to use both experiences because I wear this costume a lot because it's mine now. So I've done this for multiple people, but they all have different hospital gowns. I order a new hospital gown on Amazon every time.
Hey, you're basically a nurse and you just want to make sure your bitches are good.
Like, that's it. That's
like,
literally
hello.
it. So when I decided I wanted to do this, like I said a minute ago, I just kind of looked at what was around me. I knew I had these items already. I had the monitor, I had the stethoscope, all that. So that's how I decided I wanted to do a nurse and patient thing. So after that, I kind of made a list of like things. Yeah, I will say that. I made a list of like must-haves that I would need in order to like make it feel fucking real. So I had a prop list. So I wrote down what I had. I wrote down that I needed like gloves and popsicle sticks and a chair and the hospital gown and the costume and all that stuff. And then I also
Wrote a script?
research. No, I'm trying not to. I'm like moving all around, but I don't want to repeat myself. I also researched like positions and interactions that I was looking forward to. Like I went on Pornhub and I just typed in like nurse patient and I just found stuff that I liked that they were saying to the patient or that the patient was saying back and stuff like the positions that she put the patient in. And I just wrote all that stuff down or I took screenshots. Yeah, make a mood board, bitch. Literally.
Make a role play mood board.
Make a fucking mood
Get on
board.
fucking Pinterest, bitch, right now.
This is also a great time to get a read on your partner's expectations for the scene and any hard limits that they might have and like stuff that they're just like really not interested in. Because if somebody has a fear of needles and I walked in with even a fake syringe, that's going to make anybody feel like, okay, you know, actually, I'm really not into this.
What the fuck is going on in here?
Really uncomfortable. Like, you know, this is a fear of mine, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Another thing you want to do is how can we make it as realistic as possible? So think about what would really occur between the two of you guys in the roles that you're playing. So for example, I created an intake form for my patient. So I yeah, bitch. I went on Jotform because you can make a free account and they literally give you all these options to create a form that you can email to somebody that you can download a PDF of and print it out. So I'm like a few days in advance, I made this form and I literally emailed it to the person that I was going to play with. And it was so fun because like they just got it in their email randomly and they're like, okay, I'm filling it out now. I asked for like very specific things. So I asked for your height, I asked for your weight, I asked for your address, I made a list of like what the problems could be. Like, you know how when you go to the doctor and it says like bloating, headaches, dizziness, depression, and you have
blue
balls, literally. Like, yeah. And you throw in like sexy stuff like that too. Like, I think I put like, I need to know your tickle spots or like some shit like that. Or when's the last time you ejaculated? Like I wrote stuff like that down to add into the sexiness. But they filled it out. And then on the day of, I pulled it up, you know, and I had it ready to go. So I could
see you checked in.
Yes. Like I wanted to make it as realistic as possible. So also when you make it more realistic, you give your partner the opportunity to really dive in with you because I promise you, the more that you accept it as reality for that little time, it just makes all the awkward go away because it's a free-flowing script, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I'm really checking your blood pressure, I really have things to say about your blood pressure. Like, oh, you're doing great, or we really need to stop eating so much salt, you know? Like stuff like that. It's important. So next you want to set the scene. So that's cleaning up your space, especially removing any distracting items from your other life. Because tonight you are not you and your partner is not their bitch ass, okay?
Who's going to let you rent out a doctor's office for a night?
No, exactly. So you want to make sure that pictures of your kids aren't on the fucking walls, okay? Especially for the stranger one. You know, you want to remove any visible photos of each other, any of your kids' stuff, any bills that might stress you out, all that stuff. And then lay out the props and move around the furniture to create an open space so that you guys can just move and you can grab your stuff. You already know what you're going to do with your stuff, and it's just readily available. You don't have to go find stuff in drawers. You don't have to, like, waddle around in your costume looking for shit. It just makes it easier.
Just prepare, basically.
Yeah. You want to determine your lighting and music playlist for the evening. Get all that ready. This is just a pro tip, okay? If you're wanting the element of surprise or shock in some cases, send your partner to go freshen up and leave their costume in the bathroom for them to change into. And then when they come out, they see the lights, they see the setup, they see you in your costume, they're in their costume, and it's like, boom, okay, I'm walking into the doctor's office. And I sure fucking did. I had him sit right here on the couch, and I said, okay, we're in the waiting room. The nurse will be right in to get you, babes.
Love it.
And I had ASMR playing on the TV, and it was hospital noises. So you hear like beeping and like people scurrying around and like doctors talking about doctor jargon and shit. It just really, it made it all like together, you know, like it brought it all together.
Yeah.
So that's setting up everything, planning. The more you plan, the more comfortable you're going to feel leading the show. Because this is just me. You know, I'm not a leader when it comes to sex a lot. Like, I don't like to take the reins. But with something like role play, I'm an actress. I'm a dramatic bitch. I'm a funny bitch. So I knew I was going to have to take the lead. And the way that I got over the anxiety of having to think, what am I going to do this person next, the next, is I really just sat and I planned it out. Like, I wrote all this stuff down. I had a running Google Doc. And every time I was, like, at the store or something and I had an idea, I would just be like, ooh, then I could write this. Or I had, like, a sexy saying in my head. I just wrote it down.
Love it. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Exactly. I mean, ultimately, playing pretend while you're grown, naked, and vulnerable can lead to naturally awkward moments no matter what. But there are ways to minimize the impact. Like I just said, create a light script, do your research, find out what actual nurses might say to their patients, find out what porn actress nurses might say to their porn actor patients, you know? Jot down any sexy sayings or positions that interest you. And you can always refer back to it during the scene by just adding it in. Like, okay, let me look at your chart one more time. Okay.
Yeah, let me look at your chart is a great way to figure out what the fuck you were saying.
Exactly. Let me look at your chart. If you were a college professor / TA, you could be like, oh, let me refer to the grade book. Yeah. Okay. If you were...
check my portal.
Let me check my BlackBerry if you were the boss, you know, whatever. You make it work. Build it into the fucking scene.
Assistant.
Yeah, let me call my fucking assistant. Call your friend. Ask her, bitch, what should I say next? She'll help you. When in doubt, make them laugh.
Yeah.
Okay? Point out what's making you feel so awkward and just lean into it. Like, if you guys don't know what to say, just lean into it and be like, well, this is the most awkward doctor's appointment I've ever had. Oh, are you losing the ability to speak? I've got to check on this. Like, you just gotta, like, make it work and it's fine. You guys know each other even though you don't know each other right now. Like, just be comfortable and just have fun. Because I think the best parts are when there's laughter. There's always a lot of laughter for me. So
love it.
And then lastly, I wanted to give you guys some inspiration on what to do if you want to role play. I only have 2 examples because I just gave you my patient nurse example. You guys are welcome to use that. Get a little nurse's outfit, get some gloves, get some popsicle sticks, get a hospital gown on Amazon. They're only like $10, especially around Halloween. You know, they're super cheap.
Yeah, because you know people are dressing in hospital gowns.
Definitely. Yeah. Like there's not been a Halloween that I've lived life, I think, where I don't see a bloody hospital gown.
I always just think about how many Jesuses we saw that one time when we went to that party at the club at Infliction.
Oh. Isn't that so twisted?
I was very confused.
We were at a sex club.
And there was like so many men dressed as Jesus walking around.
Fucking yikes.
I was like, oh my God. I didn't see any of them fucking, I will say though.
No, yeah, nobody.
None of
was
them
really
were fucking, but they definitely were all walking around.
You're doing too much. I don't like, I don't know why. Like,
it was a white Jesus, so I guess honestly, whose goddamn white baby is this?
Facts, because that ain't my Jesus.
That ain't my Jesus.
That ain't my Jesus. My Jesus is BLACK, black.
Hair like wool, okay?
Okay? And that's what the Bible say, bitch.
Hair like wool,
exactly,
bitch.
Okay?
That hair looked like string fingers, okay?
It's not adding up. This man is from Antarctica. Okay, y'all. These are the examples that I have. Stranger danger. I obviously wanted to do that one because people say that stranger interactions, like pretending you guys are strangers, is one of the most popular versions of role play. Mm-hmm. So I have a plot for you, okay? Okay. 2 people have a meet cute at their favorite spot for takeout. Okay. So like your favorite Asian joint, whatever. Mm-hmm. The vibe is so right that one invites the other over to their house to share in the delicious meal. One thing leads to another and things get steamy. I'm not talking about the dumplings.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you can just go from there. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a few angles. Okay. I wanted to include the angles because I said you can make it sexy, you can make it funny, or you can make it kinky, right? Yeah. So whatever fits you guys' vibe as a couple. Like, I think right now, I would say my vibe has been funny, but you can make it sexy too. So for the sexy version, they don't even eat the food. You just get straight to the urge of fucking. So like you guys, hopefully you're driving to the takeout place separate, right? Mm-hmm. You both order your own separate food. Yeah. You possibly pay for your own food, or hopefully one of your partner will be like, oh, she's so beautiful, I'll just get hers as well, throw it on there for me, or whatever. Make it so that you don't have to pay for your shit, bitch. If that's the vibe, set it. Yeah. But drive separately, order separately, get your food, do the thing, then come back here. Just drop the food in the kitchen and get to fucking make it detached, make it like that sexy stranger, like you're just so hot, I just have to have you right now. So, cute, you don't need a lot of fucking props, you just need a place to go, a car to drive, or a way to get back, and then the food
you could also just go out to your car.
Yeah. Oh my God. You literally.
I feel like that's like
super
an
hot.
Even better way to do it.
It's even better.
Go into one of their. Well, I'm just saying.
No, just kidding.
Because the drive there. No, you're right. The anxiety.
You're right, bitch. No, like let's get it done. And it's super. Like I wanted to give a detached, like just sex feeling,
Because if I come over and I got the anxiety poops, then what?
Bitch, you are so right. Anxiety poops will ruin. What? You're gassy in the car.
They're the worst. Yeah, they're the worst.
And no matter what you say, it follows you. So if you're farting in your car, your clothes smell like it. I know you've been farting in your car. I just want everybody to know that. Okay, so that's one version. Then you have the funny version, which see who can come up with the craziest backstory and stay in character for the long, like whoever can stay in character for the longest with this crazy ass backstory of like who you are, like you guys are eating your food or something and you're just like telling each other a crazy story. Yeah. Loser has to supply the first sexual favor. So the first person to drop character or like anything like that or doesn't know what to say, they eating your pussy first. Okay.
Yeah, I would lose.
Because you know what's coming.
No, I just never know what to say.
Okay.
Like, don't put me on the spot because now my brain empty.
You're really good at following the bit, like committing to the bit.
I guess, yeah. I guess it's more so like, I guess I'm like thinking of it like this is a surprise too. Okay. Like you didn't give me time to prepare. Okay, I got you. Got you. Okay. I'm scared.
So then talk about it first. Like be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do today. So you can start coming up with your little story of who you are, your name, where your parents are from.
Practice my accent.
Yes, practice your accent. Give it an accent. The crazier, the better.
Courtney has to be British every time.
Every time. But I've been working lately on my
Scottish, maybe?
No.
Australian?
No, what is the Puerto Rican princess?
Okay, yeah.
She's Dominican. No, she Puerto Rican. Duh.
From Brooklyn. Probably. That's what it was giving.
I was working on it, but it's not good. I can't show you guys yet. You guys just get Puerto Rican princess.
Gonna keep practicing in the mirror, bitch. Yes. I love it. Perfect. Yes.
And then lastly, the kinky version. This is my favorite version. I was like, ooh, when I was writing this, I want somebody to do it and tell me if y'all think it's like, it was fun. So you do all the things I said in the story. So you meet up, You get your food, you come back to the house, right? Together. You don't know each other very well. Plot twist. The invited guest can pull a fast one and rob the owner of the home, turning it into a sexy home invasion where one person is at the mercy of the other. Then you can incorporate restraints. You can incorporate a little bit of power play.
Okay.
You know, forced orgasm, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Consensual non-consent.
Yeah, consensual non-consent. Like, you could make it kinky. Because you know these niggas be inviting us back to their fucking houses. You don't know me, nigga. I will rob you.
Literally rob him right there. But like actually take something.
Right. Actually, and so when I was writing this, I wanted to get deep. And I was like, okay, if you really want to get into it, fuck them, rob them or whatever. Take some shit. If you got a friend or you live separately, get your shit and go. Yeah. Leave the house. But then I thought, you know, at some point people want the bit to end and you want to cuddle and aftercare and all that shit. So I just left that open-ended.
I thought you were going to say like, okay, so you guys go back to the person's house and then the person that lives there, they like, okay, we'll just wait here 1 minute. And then you know, they make them wait in the foyer, obviously. Ooh. And then, you know, they come out and they're like, okay, I have this blindfold for you. And then they just put the blindfold on them. And then they lead them somewhere else and just start doing, like, in the house, in a room. And then just start.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's super geeky.
Yeah.
So you don't even know what's coming, babe.
Mm-mm. I'm just about to walk you into this room. And then I'm going to put you on your knees on my bed. And then I'm going to handcuff you so your hands are in the thing. Then what are you gonna do, huh? Can't see and you can't move. What's up?
And that's a sensory deprivation. So you're adding in a lot of kinks that you can try. Like these are great ways to also try certain kinky shit that you're not sure if you like or that your partner's super interested in. Mm-hmm. Like great way. That's a good example. Mm-hmm. And still you don't need very many props, just the food, the car, possibly the blindfold, and then a non-lethal weapon. So like a bat.
Like a soccer bopper, maybe.
Yeah, a soccer bopper or something like that.
I don't know. That's not very sexy, though. Those things are like the size of your head.
The next one I would suggest would be superhero supervillain dynamic.
Okay.
The plot is a designated superhero has to save the world from your designated supervillain, but the only way is by stopping the villain from harnessing the superhero's orgasmic energy.
Love it.
The angle.
Okay.
For fun, you can make up a crazy sexual superpower and hero name and then embody that persona in all the different positions that you try. So, like, if you're Senora Super Squirter, then that bitch, you better been hydrated all day. You better be hydrating all day because I want to see squirt in every position because that's your fucking superpower,
That's triple S right there. I got the triple S on your chest, bitch.
Senora Super Squirter. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
I was like, are those not 3 S's? You're like, is that what I said? And I'm like, wait, was I wrong?
Just two vibes. We're just vibing alongside each other. And then a kinky version would be edging. So like I said, you know, the supervillain needs to harness your orgasmic energy in order to destroy the world, right? So maybe he has you restrained or they have you restrained and they're forcing you to orgasm, or you're stopping yourself from orgasming in different sexual positions because you have to harness your own orgasmic strength and build it to where it's an orgasm big enough to take him out, not just him to harness it. But
like filling up the meter. Yeah, I got it.
You shut the fuck up. Because we are literally on this. Now we're not bobbing alongside of each other. We are inside of each other because that's the exact like visual that I had is like a meter. Like I really thought of like a jar and it was filling up with like ejaculate.
Ooh, yeah.
But like it's glowing.
I was thinking like when you said edging, I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna bring you almost to orgasm. Yes. And it's not the orgasm that fills the tank, it's the play that fills the tank. And if you orgasm, it kind of like cancels out all the play. So you said edging, and that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yes, I love it.
But then the forced orgasm would make sense, like with what you were saying. Yes. Like, okay, you're gonna keep orgasming, and every time you orgasm, that's filling up the meter
into one explode. I was thinking, like, okay,
it's hard not to let yourself come. Like, I'm sorry, it's really hard.
It is, but like this is. Your mindset as a superhero would be, I have to make sure that I'm not coming because I need to build up the orgasm that's so intense that it blows the supervillain up. You know what I'm saying? So like this is good for the sex, because then when like you're feeling yourself start to come, you be like, oh, stop, and like flip them over or something.
Yeah.
Or like change positions so that they're not stimulating you anymore.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the point where you really want to come, that explosive orgasm, that giant orgasm, kills them.
Love it.
Problem solved. The world
Corey,
has
you
been
could
saved.
be Kim Possible. I'll be Shigo.
And I would. Oh. Okay. Let me just say something real quick. Cause let me just finish this off. That's what I meant. Okay. So for the props, all you need is a superhero costume plus a bunch of points if you make it sex ready. So like cut a hole in the crotch, cut a hole in any parts of your body that you like exposed. Make it sexy. Buy it from Fashion Nova. That would be my suggestion for you. And then obviously
Halloween costumes half off right now.
Yeah. This is not an ad.
It's not an ad.
Obviously, you would need some kind of restraint and some toys, possibly. And I think that you should put on some like Avengers action music in the background, like the
or the Incredibles opening scene music.
That would be a good one too.
Honey, where's my super suit?
Where is my super suit?
Nah, dress as Elastigirl. I feel like Elastigirl is a great superhero.
She got that thing. She got that body.
Yo, she keep that thing on her for real.
She be looking good.
I just feel like that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up because our neighbors are they're getting loud. They're getting rambunctious up there, and I'm about to fucking blow a cap up here. Okay, so I have questions for the girls.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried out any role play in your life?
I haven't. It's something I want to do, but like we were saying, like it's a lot of the awkwardness that surrounds it that keeps me from doing it. And it's also like when I think of new things I want to try, it's not something that immediately comes to my mind. And I don't know. I have such a hard time being told what to do.
Yeah.
So like I guess it would just depend on the role play scenario.
Yeah, because you could just make it to where you're still the top. You're still controlling.
Unless I'm the I've already said. I feel like there are a few scenarios where I would probably be a little more submissive, but yeah.
What are those?
I feel like I've told you this one already. I definitely want to do like not teacher student high school style, but teacher student college style, obviously.
Yeah.
That is definitely one, and I think that comes from me having so many crushes on my female teachers, and like literally just being like, "You're so beautiful.
It's a fantasy.
Give you a kiss. I want to give you a kiss so bad." So yeah, I think that is probably one. But yeah.
I'm actually surprised that you haven't tried any role play.
It just doesn't come. It doesn't come to me first, and like I also haven't really had a partner that's like they just give awkward, so it's not like that's another reason why it doesn't come to mind, because it's like, oh, this doesn't really seem like something.
I feel you. Okay, the next question I have is, what kind of role play scene would you want to act out with me?
I think this is, actually, I think I would probably like to do the stranger, like in a bar thing.
Like, hey.
Bring us back to the old days, Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good one.
Okay, yeah. Pretend like we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Get a little flirty.
Yeah. That one, yeah, I think.
Would you tell me that you had a podcast? Well,
no,
I guess we would be completely different.
I would have to create a persona. I might wear a wig.
Ooh, yeah, you'd have to.
Like a wig I don't usually wear. Like you won't usually see me in. Maybe one that you've been requesting for me to wear that I'm like, I don't know, bitch.
Okay.
One of those.
All right, now. I like that idea.
I do like the Kim Possible Shigo, too.
Yeah, that's why I was like, not this bitch reading my mind again with my questions.
That would be a good one.
That would be a good one. That's fun. I got a lot of cargo pants.
Yeah, I was like, you obviously have to be Kim Possible, because I think I would look really good as Shigo.
Yeah, definitely. They have one of those costumes on Fashion Nova.
I'll paint my skin green for you, babe.
Oh, wow. As long as it doesn't end up like...
Yeah.
Our friend last Halloween who had a melting face, they were so scary and hideous.
Halloween.
And I felt like it was hilarious watching people who never met them in general like meet Carol for the first time and be like, who is that? Like
and he didn't even have like a character,
no, he
didn't have a character. And he was like, it's Halloween.
But your face is blue. He had like a white, long, like 40-inch bust down that was severely matted, but he had only had it for a day, so I don't know how it got like that.
You know, that nigga be everywhere.
If he lets me, I'm gonna post a picture on our story though.
Just
But,
just put his crop out his eyes.
oh my god, this shit was hilarious. Anyway, the last question I have today is: do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween?
Back up. Which role play would you choose for?
I think I would choose like a professor and failing student. I wouldn't be a TA though. I would be a student. But like it's the end of the semester. I fucked around all year.
I'll get one of those long yard.
Yeah, the yardsticks. Oh, okay. Yeah. And you know, I would just like come in and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, Professor Lex, but I just missed out on so many assignments because I've been eating so much pussy and I've been missing class because I've been too busy swimming in puss. And then you'd be like, oh?
And then show me what you learned.
Insane.
Boom.
And now subscribe to Brazzers for the rest.
Brazzers is free.
Yes.
If you know what that is, shame on you.
You know, baby.
Shame. I'm kidding. No shame.
There's absolutely no shame.
There's no shame here.
Okay, so for the last question, do you know what you're going to be for Halloween?
A slut.
Yeah, I mean, that's every day, babe.
I don't know. I have a couple things in my cart right now. There was one that I was really liking, and it was like Woody, but like ashless chaps, and it's like high-waisted tiny panties and a thing and a cowboy hat and boots. I just feel like because like the thighs plus the ass plus the tummy, and chaps. It's giving Texas.
I love anybody in chaps, like male, in between.
Just something
female.
about an ass and chaps is.
I love a good like thigh to waist ratio, and I feel like that always is illuminated in chaps.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And I just think about like, because obviously we're going to the block party.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about throwing my ass and doing the little thigh thing.
But we're gonna get there early, right?
Yeah, because like we missed all the fun last night.
We should just go right after the party, because you know that the Halloween costume party is that day too, from 5 to 9.
What?
The lesbian one.
Oh,
that we've been trying to go to for 3 months.
To,
At this point, I only want to go for 2 reasons. One, so we can tell our pleasure princesses, and 2, because I think we could
do a collab.
Yeah,
obviously,
like,
we gotta
show our faces first, and then we gotta like because they know who we are though, because I've been posting about them and stuff, and so like.
And if we're in hot costumes,
and
how would you say
contest.
no?
Yeah.
And then if I turn around and assless chaps, you're gonna say no to this ass? That's crazy.
Ain't no motherfucking way.
The ass is what seals the deal, babe.
Tell them again. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be for that day, for our day on Saturday, but my lover, I don't know. My partner lover has a Halloween party that Friday, and it's a party with whites.
This is gonna be your future.
We are the 2 black people. There's actually a black girl. She's so hot. But every time I see her, she's with a white guy. Like she brings a white guy that she meets on like Hinge to these parties, and I'm just like, girl, please
love yourself.
Love yourself,
love
babe.
yourself.
But anyway, it's just me and him, basically the only blacks there, and I want to go as Chucky and the Bride of Chucky.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Michelle and Barack Obama.
No. And I told his ass, I said, if I see one black person, if I see one person, white person, even go as fucking Logic, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Drake. I don't want to see Logic. I don't want to see Halsey. I don't want to see the biracial bitches. I don't. Yeah. Be somebody white. Even if you're biracial, just be white, just in case.
Just be white.
Just be the white side for Halloween, because we don't want any problem. Because I don't want to have to fight somebody at a party that's not mine.
I haven't partied with all the whites in so long.
I've been to a few this year because and it's always the same people, so that's good. But we just kind of keep to ourselves. We drink a lot because they have a lot of alcohol. They usually barbecue or something. And let me tell you though. Okay, I don't like white women. Not a fan sexually. Not a fan sexually.
Oh, did a white woman try to take you guys home?
No. I'm not proud of this because I feel like I was acting like I wasn't acting weird, but I just felt weird. Like I felt like, okay, am I no better than these niggas, you know? But the last party was a barbecue outside, and they didn't have a pool, but they got out a slip and slide, and all the white girls and the black girl took off their shirts, and they were just like wearing their bikini tops and their little bite, like their booty shorts, you know, and stuff, and they were spraying the thing, and they were just slipping and sliding.
See the ass and the titties.
Yeah, and me and Dustin were just like this, sitting down, just...
Nice.
You know what? I could get into this. They be having the titties. They do. I will say that. Anyways. Good segue. To... If you'd like to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram at allyourpleasures_. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the same, allyourpleasures_. The pleasure's all yours on fucking YouTube, babe. You know how to search shit.
Yeah, Google us, baby. We come up.
We come up,
We
baby.
the first things. You put pleasure is all yours, baby. We right there.
Baby, we right there, okay?
Yeah.
And then go ahead and also... Is this backwards? It is. Okay. Then go ahead and also comment and leave us a review on our Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you're listening.
YouTube,
Give us
literally
5
anywhere.
stars and then leave us a written review because I would love to just like post them occasionally. And we just love to hear how much you guys are loving us and what we could even change. And if you feel like we
Yeah.
could change things, DM us, okay?
Yeah. Don't
Give us 5 stars and then DM us.
come to us as a woman
You know what I'm saying? That's okay
or
around
a person.
here. That's okay around here. You
Yeah,
can do that.
for that. Yeah.
For that only. Yeah.
Don't
Don't
come to me about as a woman about shit else.
About no
you better,
nigga.
You better talk to that nigga and leave
talk
me
to that
alone.
nigga.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, babe, we hope you have a wonderful week. Love you. Bye.
Hush, hush, baby. I know